Hello, you are welcome to I Can Make It today. I'm so excited coming to share thoughts with you on I Can Make It. I want to let you know it doesn't matter what life offers to you, you can make it. There's something I wrote down I want to read to you this morning. I know that it's going to be a time, exciting time with us on I Can Make It. Don't ever let anyone break your dream. Don't allow anybody to break your dream. If there is a dream in your life, you can make it. This is Simon Asemota on I Can Make It today. With me in the studio, I have a special guest today, and he has come to share thoughts with us on I Can Make It. With me in the studio today, I have Dr. Adeko. Dr. Adeko, you are welcome.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, it's my joy. Having you in the studio, coming to share thoughts on I Can Make It. And I want you, our people, to know that it's going to be a very blessed time together with Dr. Adeko. Dr. Adeko, tell us about yourself, and then we introduce why we are here today.
Well, just as I said, my name is Dr. Taiwo Adeko. I'm the senior pastor of Refreshing World Christian Center in Kubwa.
Okay, Dr. Taiwo Adeko, thank you for coming to I Can Make It.
Thank you, sir.
You know, I Can Make It is a program that we use to encourage people. You know, a lot of people, they get discouraged.
Oh, yes.
Maybe haven't tried for so many times, maybe business, family, in so many areas. And as long as you are alive, life is full of challenges. But a lot of people just throw in the towel and they give up. You hear people do a lot of things. But today, on I Can Make It, Dr. Taiwo Adeko have come to share thoughts with us today. And I believe that you listening to us is going to be a blessing. Dr. Taiwo, what do you have for us today?
Well, first and foremost, let me just say this, that life is full of challenges. Even from birth. Oftentimes I tell people that when a child is born and the child refuses to cry, you will find the nurses will spank the child to make the child to cry. That is to make the child know that in this world you will be faced with challenges. But despite the challenges, you can make it. Now, today I want us to look at it that whatsoever you are going through right now is temporary. Whatsoever you are going through right now is not permanent. You will get through. A quote I always tell myself is this: this too shall pass away. And whatever struggles you are facing now will pass you soon. Your life will change in a short matter of time, and the problems you are dealing with won't be bothering you for much longer.
Wow.
We need to understand this, that situations are temporary. One of the things I love using as quotes is when you drive around, you see on buses. I remember in those days, you see no condition is permanent.
Yes, I used
you
to
see that
on
no
the
condition is permanent.
Yes.
So people must always imbibe that. No condition is permanent. It may be bad today, but it doesn't mean that it will be bad forever. When we have that understanding, then we will not give up easily on whatever is happening to us.
You know, that, for example, when we talk about no condition is permanent, you see some people, they try, like that the story of a young man I read about. I heard a story. He has written JAMB 12 times because he wants to become a medical doctor. You are a doctor. Now, you know the rigorous things, that training that doctor go through. But this young man has a dream. That is why I read there. I said, don't allow anybody to talk you out of your dream. You know, a lot of people today, they don't get excited, they go into work. They get tired. Why? Many of them, maybe when they were going to school, they written JAMB more than 4 or 5 times, and they now settle for the course they don't want to. They didn't like. And at the end of the day, that course now, they are also employed in a work they didn't like. And at the end of the day, they also married to a wife they didn't like. And at the end of the day, they are living a life they didn't like. At the end of the day, they don't like anything around them. A man told me yesterday, after the program we had yesterday on radio, you know what this man said? He said that his mind is always on the lady that he wanted to marry, that the relationship did not work. I asked him, are you married now? He said, yes. How many kids do you have? He said, 2. He said, but my mind is always on that lady. That's okay. What about the one you have at home? What's wrong with the one you have at home? You see, a lot of people are always dressing the bird they did not catch. Then the one they catch, they leave it unattended to. At the end of the day, the one they catch is smelling, is weighing out, and at the end, there is no joy, sour. So it's very important, just like what you said, life, no matter what you are going through, this will pass away. On I Can Make It today, just like what Dr. Adeko said, this will pass away. I don't know what you are going through, husband, Maybe you are struggling with paying children's school fees. Maybe you are there, you've been married for like maybe 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You know, a man called me. You are a doctor, so maybe we can talk about this. A man called me on air 3 days ago. He said, what will I say when a man's wife delivered three girls, and the man now feel that is the wife that is the cause, and the man now went and leave the wife and marry another person? I said, well, the man is wicked. In this day and age, there's something that is science has even gone beyond that.
Oh, yes.
Those are the solutions we can. What do you think about that? Because these are the things that is bringing people down.
The truth is this. The sex of a child is determined by the man.
But no, wait. I wanted to say that again because some of these men that are listening to us, some of them are malu. They believe that the sex of a child is determined by the wife. And these people are graduates.
Yes, I've met a lecturer before. A lecturer. I mean, this man is educated. He's a lecturer. The wife had, they had 6 children, and there are 6 girls. And we were discussing, and all he told me was, can you imagine all this woman gave me, talking about the wife, is 6 prostitutes.
Wow.
That's what he said. And I asked him, I said, I thought you are supposed to be an educated person. You should know by now that the sex of a child is determined by the man, not by a woman. A woman only have X. So has only Y. X. My husband is the one that has X and Y. And so it is the man that determines whether it's a male or a female. A woman has nothing to do with it. So when I hear people talking that, I mean, it just shows ignorance. And one thing people need to know is this. The sex of a child has nothing to do with what that child will become in life. So even if all you have are girls, that is not a problem. It may even be a blessing in disguise. That you are blessed with girls. Thank God for it. Like someone jokingly said, he said that means you are going to receive a lot of dowry.
If it's me, do you know when I got married, my prayer was, Father, give me girl. Because I really need to return that dowry back. Because I believe that in every labor there's profit.
Yes.
So I really need that dowry back. Now, if you have 3 girls, I have a friend that have 6. And I always encourage him. Now, listen, just like what you rightly said, that the sex of a child, the determinant factor is the man. Now, why are you blaming the woman for the things you have done? The woman is just like the ground.
She's a receiver.
Whatever you sow, that's what you are going to reap.
Oh, yes.
Now, if you don't sow to the ground can't give you nothing.
No,
you
the
can
woman
have,
is just a receiver.
Yeah, you
she
can
only produces, helps you to incubate whatever you have sown and bring it out.
You see?
She doesn't change anything.
You see? He has nothing to do with it.
No.
Now, I want to let you know, you might be there, I can make it today, you can make it, it doesn't matter what is happening. Just like what Dr. Day can share with us, no matter what you are facing, no matter the challenge, this will pass away. It doesn't matter how long you have been in this problem. It doesn't matter how long this challenge have lasted. The way you attend to it is the determinant factor. How long are you going to stay in it? You know what I found out about challenges and problems? I found out that many times challenges and problems are a lesson. If we learn early, we'll be delivered early. But if we refuse to learn, you are going to stay there and repeat that class until you
pass that exam. And that's what a lot of people don't understand. One thing I tell people is this. Number 1, challenges are part of life. Challenges are part of life. You can't dodge challenges. Whether you like it or not, they will come your way. And then challenges are to help you, just like when you go to school. A good student prepares for test. When test comes, examination comes, that will help you to move to a higher level. You don't see it as an act of wickedness by the lecturer. Now, a good student looks towards the examination because, you know, with the examination, I will be promoted to the next class. But a student that dodges the exam for whatever reason, he did not write the exam, whatever the reason that made him not to write the exam will make him to repeat the class. And it's the same in life. If you are having a problem and you refuse to face that problem, and you are running away from it, you will still meet it one way or the other. And until you pass it, until you are able to overcome it, you don't move to the next phase of life. And that's what some people don't understand. They have a little challenge with let's say, like in their place of work, they move away to another place. Rather than what's the challenge, is it about how to relate with people, how to take correction, and all those things. Maybe they were spoken to by their superior, and they didn't like the way they were spoken to, and what they did was they now decided, well, how can they talk to me that way? So they moved. Now, if you keep moving that way, I mean, you get tired. But what you must do is adjust and say, look, this is part of life. I must learn. You have a problem with your wife. The solution is not you run and divorce. Then, when the next wife comes, that same issue is still going to rise.
It's still going to rise because they are all human.
They are all human.
And they have all the same. All the same. It's just the face.
It's just the face.
Now, this one is very important because there's a lady that my wife told me yesterday that delivered. Now, what happened? This lady had been married to a man before. Now, this man married this woman. For many years, they have no issue because you are talking about why you must face the challenge and solve it. Yes. Or else you will be there.
You'll be there.
Or else you'll be there. Now, this man, instead of solving the problem, well, he said from his relations, his mother, whatever, they got him another wife. Now, they got him another wife. Then he impregnated that woman. He delivered a baby girl. That woman delivered a baby girl. He continued with that. He delivered a baby girl. Now, he now left that woman. He now went back to go and beg his wife.
The first wife.
The first wife. Then when he now begged the wife, they now settle. Along the line, somebody now asked them to come to the Me and You Foundation. He now met us. And I said, okay, what's the issue? I said, okay, no, just go and do this program, do an IVF and all of those stuff. The woman just delivered, they delivered a baby boy. Now, this is because if they have met the right people, asked the right questions, they would have had the answer for a long time. You know what I find out about life? There is no problem that you are going through that somebody have never gone through before.
No, there's no new problem in this world.
There's no new problem in this world. No. The truth is that it's just that we have new people coming into the world. They are not asking the old people what to do about the situation. It doesn't matter what is happening today. It doesn't matter what you are going through. We are saying you can make it. You can be delivered. You can be helped. Ask questions. Stop fighting yourself. Seek knowledge. You say what you just learn from where you are going through. If you have anything, buy books. I always tell people, when you buy book, you are booking your future. You know, when you book flight on time, it's cheaper.
It's cheaper. That's
what book does. When you book, when you have to read, there's nothing you are going through. Go to any bookshop, buy a book concerning about what you are going through. Then check. You will find that people have gone through it before. Don't give up. Don't kill yourself. You see a lot of our young people today. I was reading about a young man today that killed himself in Kenya. It was a radio, it was a DJ, and he had a radio station, an FM station in Kenya. He poisoned himself with a rat. Only God knows what came upon his mind. The other day, we just saw a young man that dived into lagoon.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, a lot of people. The reason is that you give up. You think that you have come to the end of the road. Listen to me. Don't give up. Ask questions. Look at those that have gone ahead of you. Look at how they succeed. Read about it. There is no new problem. Just like what the doctor said, there is no new problem. You know, I told somebody in my office this morning, there is nothing like old school. You have new students. No. Because the 2 times 1 is what your father read.
Oh, yes.
The ABC was there. It's still the same thing. So it's just your attitude, your mannerism. Like you said, if you don't learn from the place where you are working, you quit the work, you go to another place, you actually go to meet another thing there. Now, are you going to be quitting just like people quit marriage? You say, no, I'm tired of this. To hell with it. As long as it's not life-threatening, you don't need to move.
Yes.
You just need to stay and find out the way, because, you see, that's how you have to learn to dwell with each other according to knowledge. You remember? He said according to knowledge.
To knowledge.
Now, how will you get the knowledge? No. Because they that know will always go above those that are ignorant.
Of course,
ignorant is simply mean you ignore what you are supposed to learn. And whatever you ignore cannot lift you because you have ignored it. I think you still have something to say.
Yes,
and then we move on.
You know, I read a statement yesterday from what you said when you talked about people committing suicide.
Yeah.
And I read a statement someone posted yesterday said, suicide is not the end of the problem. It said you've only shifted the problems to other people.
Yeah.
So you may think you have solved the problem, but you've only shifted the problem, the mystery, to others. So that's not the end, and that's not a solution. We should always understand it that no matter what you are facing, no matter what you are going through, there is a solution. And just like my friend here said, if you will ask questions, meet the right people. Unfortunately, what often happens is that people meet the same people around them that are in the same kind of problems. So when you are in a situation and the kind of people you are meeting are the people that are still in the same problem, they can help you. You must look for someone out of that circle, someone outside of that circle that can help you, especially meet someone that is older, somebody that has passed through that phase of life.
Yeah.
You're a teenager. You are going through a challenge, and all you can meet is another teenager. That teenager is not going to have a solution for you. But when you meet somebody that is more advanced in age, he can tell you, oh yes, I went through this. I went through this. I've gone through this. So no matter what it is that the person is talking about, you can now give a better idea, a better solution. And it is then that you know that, look, okay, this is it. Then you see that, okay, that's true. That's not the end of life.
You can make it today. You see, no matter what you are going through, it's temporarily. Don't give up. Encourage yourself. Brace up. It doesn't matter what is happening. You can make it. You can succeed. That your dream can come to pass.
Oh, yes.
The dream of that house, you can build that house. You can do a lot of, let me tell you something now. It's all about process. Now, it's not the end that brings joy. It's the process.
It's the process you go through.
You know,
it's the learning process.
Yeah, it's a learning
process. And the good thing about learning is that it improves you.
Yes.
So that even if anything happens at the end, you always know what to do. And that's why if you just jump into something, I love something someone said, we are supposed to grow in life.
Yeah.
You hear some people make the statement, oh, I want to blow.
Yeah, I want to blow.
I want to blow.
And the blow is very hot.
And when you blow, you can blow out.
They are just bleeding.
But when you grow, we are to grow, not to blow.
Yeah.
When you grow, you've gone through a process, you've learned a process. And even if anything is lost, you can get it back.
Trace it back.
I mean, I read of a man that lost over $1 billion in business transaction in one day. Lost over $1 billion. And the next day, he was found playing golf. And someone met him and said, sir, are you not the one that lost $1 million yesterday? He said, $1 billion yesterday. He said, yes. And you are here playing golf. You are not depressed. He said, why? He said, I made it before. I will make it again.
Wow.
I've learned. That means it wasn't something, he didn't win it by lottery.
No, it's not lottery.
And that's why I tell people, don't run after lottery. Learn the process. Learn to grow. Learn to grow. When you grow, even if something goes wrong, you can get it back again.
Now, you just talk about learning to grow. If you grow, you won't groan.
You won't groan. That's it.
A people that does not grow always groan.
They will groan.
They will groan. The reason why you groan because you did not grow. You cannot, there are so many things that people jump into in life that make them not qualify for it. For example, you just talk about lottery. I've read about people that win lottery and they became worse than where they started before.
Oh, yes.
A lot. I've never seen
even
anyone.
Scientific studies have proven that. I was somewhere in US some years ago, I think that was 2003 or so, when someone won over $150 million.
Wow.
In lottery. So it was like a national, it was on the national news. And then there was now a documentary. And they showed most of the people that had won such heavy amounts. And the study says that in the study that over 90% of them, give them 5 to 10 years, will be poorer than when they won it.
Wow.
That in 5 to 10 years, they will be poorer than before they won the money. Now, that looks ridiculous, but that's the truth. That's scientific results.
Yeah, but I have also done a study on that. And it's true because there was this guy that won a lot of money. All of a sudden, he was a scavenger. That's what he was doing, scavenger. Did you know that after spending the money, he went back to that
scavenging.
Scavenging. Now, you know when we were just talking, you know, a lot of people think that, oh, just like what is happening now, it's good we are talking about this because nothing in life is temporary. Nothing in life, everything in life is temporary. You can change.
You can
You
change.
can improve.
Oh, yes.
You can grow. You can become better.
Better, that's
and if
it.
you are, the one thing about life, if you are not growing to become better, you will blow to become bitter.
That's
Because
it.
something must happen. You either grow to be better or you blow to be bitter. A lot of our young people today, they think that by doing money rituals, I don't know, whatever they do, they kill and get whatever they want to get. And they think that in life, you see a lot of them run mad,
Yes.
begin to do concern certain. So we are telling you, and I can make it today, you need to grow. Are you doing a business? You start from one place and the other before you know it. And one thing I found out about life, growth is not painful. Growth is not painful.
No, growth is normal.
It's not painful. No matter what, you know, I remember many years ago in this same city, I used to sell Gary.
Wow.
I would bring Gary here. I will knock door to go and sell Gary for people. And my wife, on top, we wear jeans and t-shirt, we put it on one of the guests, and we'll knock your door. Say, we have Gary, very good one. We have a time you sell, we sell it in bag. Those days, my mother-in-law would bring the Gary. I'll bring about 10 bags. We'll sell it. He will bring it for 800. I will sell it. My wife will sell it to me for 1,100. Me, I will sell it for 1,500 or 1,300. And that's it. It's just, we are just doing business.
Yes.
And that was how I was getting money. All one time, I started selling egg. I go to Jos. I buy 50 crates of egg. Each trip I make, I get 3,000 or 4,000 naira. But the story, those things, they are story today that we can relate to.
It was a phase of life.
It was a phase of life.
It wasn't permanent.
It was not.
But it helped you
It
to
helped
go
me
through that
to
phase.
go through that phase, develop, and today when somebody's going through, I say, come on now, you can make it.
You can.
It doesn't matter where you are today. Maybe you are husband and wife, something is happening in your home. Was it not this morning or yesterday? Me and my wife were just reflecting on the school my children were going to. We saw that school was somehow. We removed them and we took them to another place. It was not the best, but that was what we could afford. At that time. Life is in phases. The phase you are today is not the phase you are going to be in another year from now. It's not the phase that person. That is why you must not compare yourself with another person. Don't be discouraged. You can make it. Maybe you have something else to say before we call it a day today and prepare for the other one. Yes, you have something to say on this.
We'll be looking at what's meant for you won't pass you.
Wow.
That means if God has something in stock for you, it's going to come your way. We're in a world where people think that, look, it is the fastest man. No, you don't have to be the fastest man. You don't have to be the one that is in front, but we need to understand that if God has something destined for you, it will come your way.
Wow. What is meant for you will not pass you by. Right. What a word this morning. What is meant for you will not pass you by. You know, like when you were just saying that what is meant for you will not pass you by, a story flashed my mind. And what was the story? I remember in the Bible, there is the story of the ark. And God asked the whole animal to enter. I also found out that they waited for millipede to come in.
Oh, yes.
Even when the cheetah made it, yes. When the cheetah made it inside. First. The cheetah was first. But they need to wait for the millipede. They needed to wait for the snail. They also needed to wait for tortoise.
Oh, yes.
To make his way there. Now, listen. Anything that is yours will come to you. The only thing you need to know, develop yourself in the process of waiting. If you wait, you will not waste. Now, if you want to know about waiting, just check the waiters in the restaurants or in the hotel. They don't just sit down, lazing around, folding their hand and doing nothing. The process, oh, you want to write a book. Yet, you cannot print the book. You don't have money. Do the writing now. You don't need money to write. All you need to do, just write. Write it down. Keep it. Not many years from now, you print it. Do you know I have about 5 books that I have worked on, and they are there. They are waiting for. I printed 2 last year. I want to print these more books, but at least write it first.
At least someone said, take the first step.
Yes.
It is when you've taken the first step that God can open the door for you for another step. You've not taken the step you want to take. I mean, I remember several years ago, we were to put up a building for my clinic, and all I had was about 5,000 or less.
Wow.
And we just did the foundation and just dug at least it can dig the ground. And so we dug the ground and bought about 1 or 2 bags of cement. And we started, that should be about the first week of February. And all my intention that year was that if by the end of the year I can take it to lintel level, I will have tried. But do you know that by July of that year, we moved in?
Wow.
How it happened? But you see, we started.
Yeah.
We started. We started, and it took us a while before, but we started. Now, one thing I want to tell people is this. In the journey of life, you will meet with disappointments. In the journey of life, you have people telling you no. But that someone said no does not mean that that's the end of it. Keep pressing.
Wow.
Keep moving.
Wow. Wonderful. We are going to come back in our second edition. Dr. Adeko is going to continue with us. But I want to let you know, we love you and we know you can make it. We will get back to you in our second edition. Please stay tuned. In our second edition, Dr. Adeko is going to be explaining more about what he has said. You can make it. Don't give up. Until I see you again in our next edition, this is Simon Asemota and Dr. Adeko said, you can make it. Bye-bye. God bless you.